Do you feel like you were one of the best Freds to ever play Fred in Scooby-Doo?
I guess I'm technically one of the only Freds to ever do it. I love those movies. My son, I have a 5-year-old little boy, and he's just getting to the age where I can show him some of the stuff that I did that skews a little younger. And
Scooby all day.
yeah, I thought those Brian Levant directed, and he's a giant kid in the best way. He's like, he directed the Flintstones movie as well, the live action. He's like, he was awesome. He was a great guy. He really cared about making a movie for kids that they would love, that like parents wouldn't want to rip their eyes out. And I thought he did a great job. My son's best friend, his older brother, just watched The Mystery Begins recently, and he loved it, which was very cool to hear. Because I mean, those were some of my first movies that I booked as well. That was a huge deal for me. Chemistry reading, and the idea of playing some iconic character.
What is that process like for you? How do you prepare for that, even compared to something that's net new?
Terrifying. The screen testing process is terrifying. I don't think it ever won't be. My first ever screen test was for a pilot, and like the audition process is like, you go in, there's normally like a casting director, a camera, and a reader. This is the like level 1 audition. You read. If you move on to the next level, they're like, great, you're coming in for a producer session. You go in, it's the same room. There's normally 2 or 3 other people. They'll maybe have some notes. It's a little more, I wouldn't say it's a little more casual, but it's a little more like you can try things out and be adjusted. When you get to that chemistry, or not that chemistry level, but that screen testing level, it used to be this horrible room that was like a movie theater. I remember I went to CBS to screen test for this thing, and they walked me into this movie theater, and I walked down, and it's like a stage, or a theatrical stage. You've got a spotlight on you, there's a camera and a reader, and then there's a sea of darkness, but it's like 40 people sitting in these chairs, and you don't know who any of them are. They're not supposed to give you any feedback. They're not supposed to laugh. They're not supposed, like, it was horrifying. I remember I looked down to see if you could see my heart beating through my chest, like if my shirt was rising off my chest. And you feel like you can't screw up. Like if you mess up a line, that's it. Like it's very stiff. They have changed since then. Now it's normally like a camera, the director or the producer, you work on it, you make sure you get a great take, and then that gets sent to the people who are supposed to watch it, because that's much more the process of shooting a movie or a TV show anyway. You're almost never doing something in front of an audience. It's much more theater, the old screen testing process. And that was terrifying. Chemistry reads I actually like, because normally you can play off the other person and have fun, and you're finding it and trying to do this like kind of this dance.
Is there room for interpretation when you take on Fred? No, right? Or you?
I mean, I was super young and I didn't have a ton of say, but it was more like Brian, the director, who was awesome, and let's keep this about the character, but like this is the younger version of, so maybe he's finding his way through this, or like it's more of just like creating a relatable version of the character that people can see themselves in.
What was it like working with a fake Scooby-Doo?
Oh man, I've done so much of that. Like
a green sky and a green screen.
A lot of times, rarely. Sometimes you have that, but like so was the dog in Code 8 Part 2. We had a guy in a blue suit, and then we had like a fake dog that we would walk through, and then you never know what you're getting with visual effects. It's a little crazy, but like sometimes it's just an arm with a tennis ball on it.
You got to act to a tennis ball.
Yeah, and you're like, that's Scooby's face. So
it was just a tennis ball? Was that real?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about the dog therapist in Upload? Is that a real dog?
That is a real dog.
And it was actually talking to you?
Not really talking. They're like, Greg would normally come over and be like, hey, this is what the mouth's going to look like when it's, and he would have like an iPad that Visual Effects gave him a temp, version of it. And we're like, oh, that looks pretty good. But a lot of visual effects is just being a kid playing make-believe and just like knowing that the people in charge and the visual effects company handling it will make sure that you don't look silly.